So here's just a sample of the cars on show here today. Lovely MG there. Look at the lines of that. Oh, they just don't make them like this anymore. And Amy, if you're watching this, keep watching. I've got one for you coming up. Lovely Bentley. Look at that. Now that's how you put the inside of a car together. Okay, Amy, this one is for you. There you go. So all the muscle cars are out in force today, obviously. So here we are in the office of a 71 Buick. I'm sure I'm going to get my American friends telling me that's not how you say it, you say Buick, but whatever. I don't know why they give these things steering wheels, because they don't do corners. I think that's more of an advisory device rather than an actual control device. But look at the sumptuousness of this car. You can just imagine some American detective in a shabby suit jumping out of this and apprehending the subject, or putting out an APB. The sort of thing they put the light on the roof and turn the sirens on. I mean, look at this bonnet, man. My first garden was smaller than that bonnet. It's enormous. I mean, I don't know if this camera gives a sense of how large that actually is. But then, of course, to shoehorn that 1500cc straight A engine in there, it has to be a decent size, I guess. Look at those wheels with the white stripes on them. You notice the trunk has air vents. So that's when they've got someone tied up in the boot and they're taking them to see Big Shady or someone, they can still breathe. That's always a good thing to have in a large car. My first car, I think, was smaller than this entire boot or trunk. It's a Chevy, it's a Monte Carlo. Again, another car that's not backwards in coming forwards in the size department. This one obviously hasn't got the breathing holes, the victim in the boot like the other one. But nonetheless, I'm going to try and peep in there. Look at that. Found a nice little Corvette drop head here. I bet that's fun. So we've looked at some American muscle cars and some American go straight in the line cars. Let's see how it's done properly over here in Britain. I'm stood next to a DB6, the Aston Martin DB6. A classic example of British workmanship at its best. Let's go have a look. That was the Aston Martin DB6. I'm now stood in front of yet another British classic, the Rover P5. Notice the de rigueur string gloves in the middle there. And here we have a Wolsey in what I call realistic condition. Another classic. lovely American-esque wings on the back. There's one for all you low rider fans. Doesn't get much lower than that. Look at this. Sumptuous luxury on a budget. Look at the dashboard. I don't know if you can see the dashboard in there, but it is absolutely gorgeous walnut. And here's another P5 in beautiful, beautiful condition. Showroom condition. Here we find a prime example of a Lotus, as driven into the sea by James Bond, no less. If there was a prize for a pretty car of the show, this BMW would take the biscuit. It is gorgeous. Look at that. What a beautiful car. And the chrome, absolutely knockout. And there's the spoiler on the back, looking back towards the front. Now here's a car I simply have to film. I drive a modern Mini now, but I have driven these Minis and have had several of them. But I've sadly never owned the beautiful, beautiful Clubman, like the one we see before us. This is actually the Morris Mini Minor Traveller, so it's an early Mark I from the Morris period. But look at the woodwork. Now this always used to rot out, obviously, and used to rot very badly. You can still buy these bits of wood, they're still available. That is gorgeous. This one dates from 1963, and I just want to take you and show you the boot. Beautiful red colour. And if you're going to talk classic cars, there is one car you have to catch on camera. And this is it. The Moggy. In this case it's a Moggy Countryman, forerunner of the Mini we've just looked at. But every midwife, every vet in the country probably drove one of these. And the Capri. My dad actually had a Capri. I think his was gold. And here we are, over at MG Corner. There's a lovely, lovely example of an Austin Ascot. And a Jag. Every gentleman should at some point in their life own a Jag. A unique car, the Jag. Equally at home with a robber being chased by the Sweeney, as it is being driven some chap called Sparky to his club in the West End of London. Fitted everybody. What a classic car. The beautiful lines. I love these cars. There's a nice Daimler, which is a proper car. Look at those lines. What a gorgeous car. Proper criminal car. They had hoods, we had chaps. I had to come and look at the orange console because it is absolutely drop dead gorgeous. Look at that. Now that is how you make a car. That is absolutely stunning. Get behind the seat and drive something like that. It's a rite of passage. That is stunning. Look at the side pipes. Oh my God, that's wonderful. It's the sort of thing that would make me do the lottery, that is. And there it is, the all-important Cobra badge.
Cobra. Obviously the replica from the original, but a superb job.
come into Rusty Road Recovery, which is an organisation from Bridgwater where people who have mental health issues are able to get back into painting, doing work on cars, and basically living a life which isn't ruled by their mental illness. And of course a lot of them have got massive skills, and I'm here with Ian today, and Ian is painting the most amazing artwork. I'm just going to turn the camera around. Down here, this is Ian's work, and here's Ian painting live on YouTube. Hello Ian. That's really nice work. So you were telling me they were going to throw this away?
The chest of drawers was donated, yeah. So it was completely blank, bare, and I'm painting it just so we can auction it off eventually on eBay. I'll put out some emails and advertising for it, and make some money to go back towards Rusty Road to Recovery. So
brilliant. So at the moment, obviously, you're painting a chest of drawers, but you would paint vehicles, presumably.
Vehicles, yeah. I'm learning airbrushing. That's one of the courses that we have, the art therapy courses. They also train people to repair vintage cars. There's metal work, as you can see over here. There's woodwork over here. I think Vince is one of the directors of the company. Is going to be doing airbrushing later on today.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, because a friend of mine, Amy, she takes her car to you to be looked after, and we came down a few weeks ago.
We're a garage as well,
That's
which we don't. I mean, today we're pushing the mental health side of things, but yeah, we do MOTs and all the normal things. COVID's been, you know, difficult on anybody with mental health issues, and some people have developed them during that period of time.
Absolutely, I started this channel during that time.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just allowed me to get back in with people, you know, instead of being at home. And I haven't painted in 20 years, so this has allowed me to start painting again.
I've got to say, you wouldn't know that by looking at your artwork, bro. I mean, it's fantastic. Thank you for talking to us today, Ian. It's been great meeting you.
All right, see you again.
Thank you.
Hi to all your audience. Bye.
Yeah. At last, something I know something about. Bikes. And here we are with the tractors. And the unmistakable shape of a grey Fergie. Fergie. Oh, you've got to love your Fergies. There's a David Brown there. It's quite an unusual one. Not seen one like that before. It's got a fairing to keep your legs dry. That's clever. Your legs fit behind that, and it's a two-seater. And that keeps your legs dry. Nice looking tractor. Very attractive tractor, actually. With the go faster front on it, with the bowed front. And another Fergie. You've just got to love the Fergies. This one is in beautiful condition. Now that is what you call an engine. And this has got something I've never seen before. A comfy seat. And the PTO at the back. And here we have a Fordson. Beautiful colour scheme, the orange and green. I like that. Couple of Alice's there. One with a power lifter on the front. And a little David Brown. And another Fergie. And then a little bit more up to date with the Ford. This one has a cab. In fact, if you run around the levels today on your bike like I do, you will see these still working in the fields. They're still in use. In fact, there are some guys still working on the Fergies. But fans of Jeremy Clarkson, I can tell you now, there are no Lamborghinis amongst this lot. Sadly, I quite like his Lamborghini. And the Land Rover in army colours. Where would they have been without these things? Ruggedised for the military, this one. And a fire engine. It's a 1968 D series Ford, that one. We have an AEC. They didn't muck about when they built these bad boys. This thing's huge. It's like the side of a building from standing at the front, and the size of these wheels, look. and a big step up to the cab, which is way up there. I'm going to see if I can just reach up with this. There we go, here's a Saxon. These were deployed across the country at one point. And in case you couldn't remember the number, dial 999 and one of these will turn up on your doorstep. Now this is called Jenny, and this is gorgeous. Look at this. This one is set up to live in. Look at that. Whoa, look at that. What a beautiful place to be. Who wouldn't want to spend some of their life living in here? Look at the ceiling. Oh, I could live in here from tomorrow morning onwards. So here's something a little out of the ordinary. 3-axle Range Rover from RF Wittering. It's obviously part of their crash rescue system. Quite rare there. It's made by Carmichael conversion. And there's a good old Land Rover as in use by the fire brigade. And here's a Morris. That's lovely, is the Morris. So there we go, that's the end of the day. It's time to head home. As you can see, there's gaps appearing amongst the cars now as they're leaving. It's been a terrific day. I've really enjoyed myself, and I want to say huge thanks to Patricia and George for bringing me along to such a great classic car show, and to arrive in a classic car and go home in one as well. Absolutely fabulous. So I'm going to say goodbye from here from now, and I'll see you in the car on the way home. Well, here we are now on the way home, and I'd just like to really thank the lovely Patricia and George, who's doing the driving, for such a wonderful day out. And the weather's been kind to us, hasn't it?
It certainly has.
It's been very kind. What a lovely day for the drive back to Glastonbury, and I believe we might be just popping up the high street at least once. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, in the iconic Glastonbury High Street in a 1939 classic motor car. If you're going to pose in Glastonbury, I suggest you do it in style. And this is doing it in style.